listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static.
In today's episode, taxes can be overwhelming. Add premium tax credits to the mix, it can go from confusing to scary. Luckily, your clients have you on their side to guide them through the process. How to help clients navigate ACA marketplace subsidies and taxes, written by Emily Ryan. The last day to file 2023 taxes is April 15th, 2024. If any of your clients had marketplace coverage last year, when filing their taxes, they must report this and any tax credits they received. Taxes can be confusing for everyone, and some clients with an Affordable Care Act, ACA for short, insurance plan may not be aware that they must report any subsidies obtained. We'll help you navigate reporting premium tax credits, PTC for short, and some common issues that clients may experience. Let's start with the initial question your clients may have. Why is it required to report marketplace coverage to the IRS? The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, as most of us know it by, gathers information on the marketplace and about the individuals who use these plans to evaluate the total monthly health insurance premiums paid to the insurance company your client has selected coverage from. They also want to ensure the subsidy amount a beneficiary received for that tax year aligns with their household income level for that year. If it does not match, the government may owe the beneficiary the difference, or the beneficiary may have to pay it back. Additionally, your client's household income levels are used to determine subsidy eligibility for the upcoming coverage year. With the introduction of the Inflation Reduction Act, clients now have more ability to earn PTCs through 2025. If your client is new to receiving marketplace coverage, they may not be aware that they must report the ACA subsidies they received and premiums they paid. With marketplace coverage, there are also forms that your client may be filling for the first time. We went over the answer to the question of why. Now it's time to answer how to navigate ACA subsidies, taxes, and cover 5 frequently asked client questions. Question number 1. What forms do I need to file? Clients who had marketplace coverage last year will receive Form 1095-A in the mail or electronically in mid-January. This form is also available through healthcare.gov or the state exchange website for those who would prefer a digital copy. Form 1095-A is the primary form used to report any PTCs and monthly premiums paid by your client. On this form, your client will find the premium of the second lowest silver plan, SLCSP. This is the second lowest priced marketplace plan in the silver metal tier category that applies. It may not be the coverage your client has selected, but they'll need to know the SLCSP premium to find their final premium tax credit. Healthcare.gov also has a tool to find your client's SLCSP. If your client did not receive this letter or there is an error, contact the Marketplace call center at 1-800-318-2596. The second required form they will need is Form 8962. Clients will receive this form in the mail by mid-February. This form is also available online beginning mid-January. Form 8962 calculates PTC. Even if your client opted not to receive tax credits, this form is still required because this information can affect future PTCs. The only exception to this is if your client paid full price for marketplace coverage and is sure they don't qualify for PTC. We recommend double-checking your client's subsidy eligibility using the tool on healthcare.gov. There are two parts to Form 8962. The first part determines eligibility for the PTC and if your client is eligible to receive the Advanced Premium Tax Credit, abbreviated to APTC. The second part of the Form 8962 is only for clients who qualify for PTCs. This portion of the form is used to compare the total available credit to the amount of money the federal government paid the insurance company over the year to reduce premium costs. Your client will use information from Form 1095A to complete Part 2 of Form 8962. Question number 2. I qualify for a tax credit. How do I use it? If your client qualifies for a tax credit, they have one of two ways to use it. A. Reduce taxes by claiming the entire credit when filling out their income tax return. Or B. Reduce monthly insurance payments, meaning the government pays money to their insurer over the course of the year, and they pay less for health insurance each month. Moving on to question number 3. I received the APTC. What do I need to do when filing my taxes? Your client will need to follow the instructions on Forms 1095A and 8962 to calculate accurate PTC information for the tax year. In some cases, clients may have experienced income changes that may influence eligibility for PTCs. Some clients may have to repay their subsidies if they earned more than was expected. Other clients may be eligible to claim additional tax credits. To figure out if your client owes any money back for PTC, have your client compare the amount of PTC used and the amount of PTC your client qualifies for based on their income. Any difference between these two figures will increase a client's tax refund or the amount of tax owed. Any excess advanced payments will have to be reported on the tax return. The marketplace refers to this process as reconciling their PTC. There's a helpful guide on how to reconcile premium tax credits on the healthcare.gov website. We'll have that linked in the notes for you. Be sure to bookmark that for future reference. Next, question number 4. Do I have to file on paper? Clients do not have to file on paper. All forms your client may need are available electronically on your client's healthcare.gov account. Additionally, the IRS offers free file for individuals whose income is less than $79,000. Number 5. Our final FAQ for the day. What happens if I don't reconcile my PTC? There could be consequences if your client does not file a tax return or reconcile their PTC. If your client misses the April 15 deadline, make sure they're on the lookout for a letter from the marketplace and Letter 12C from the IRS. This letter notifies the client that there is missing information from their tax return. The IRS recommends that clients respond to their letter, whether they agree with it or not. Encourage your clients to act in a timely manner. Not filing on time could affect your client's subsidies for the upcoming year. Healthcare.gov mentions that clients could lose out on savings. When it comes to ACA subsidies, you have the opportunity to be an advocate for your clients and help guide them through the process. Taxes can be tricky for everyone, and if your client is receiving healthcare coverage from the marketplace for the first time, they may be unsure of ACA requirements at tax time. Educate yourself on the key components of filing taxes with marketplace coverage and advocate for your client. Remind them that you're in their corner to build a great relationship. And if you're unsure of where to go to next, Ritter Insurance Marketing is in your corner as well. Ritter is not a professional tax advisor, and you don't need to be either. While you may not assist clients with filing their taxes unless you are a properly licensed tax professional, you can help them access the forms, help them understand the forms, and reconcile their PTC. Tax season is also a great opportunity to form an affinity partnership with a local trusted tax advisor to mutually refer clients. If you're not already registered with us, make Ritter your FMO today. You'll receive great benefits such as support from our team of expert sales specialists, an excellent portfolio of carriers and contracts, and so much more. You can learn more by visiting the registration link in the episode notes. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written by Emily Ryan, script proofing by Sarah Ruppel, script adaptation, recording, and production by me, Tina Lamoureux. Podcast design by Urban Rivera, artwork by Vivian Zhao. Follow along with our show wherever you like to listen.